Hi everyone, my name is Erin Jones, and this is my analyzation of a commercial. I decided to do a commercial by Always, and it was entitled Hashtag Like a Girl. A little summary about the commercial was that they asked a group of young adults, both men and women, to do tasks like run, throw, fight, quote unquote, like a girl. So when they asked these people to do these things, they did them in the typical way that we would expect them to do them. So they pretended they were messing up their hair, they pretended they were breaking a nail, they weren't trying as hard. Um, the typical way that I think any of us would respond. So they then asked a group of young girls, about 10 and younger, to do the same things. They asked them to run like a girl, throw like a girl, fight like a girl. So when they asked these girls, they did the best they could do. They ran as fast as they could. They kicked as hard as they could. They fought as hard as they could. They threw as hard as they could. They didn't see anything different about doing it like a girl or not doing it like a girl. So when they explained to the young adults why they were asking this question, they kind of brought up the point that during puberty, it is the most vulnerable time in a person's life. And if we condition people or women to think that doing something like a girl is a bad thing or an insult, then they're forever going to think that. So they're starting a campaign to boost women's confidence, essentially, is what this commercial was all about. They used pathos. Pathos was their main tactic that they used in this commercial. They pulled right at your heartstrings. They made you feel almost guilty for thinking doing something like a girl was a bad thing. They went right for your heart. They knew that we were going to react a certain way, almost identical to what the young adults were going to react, or how the young adults were going to react. Um, so they kind of proved a point. They went right for your heart, and they made you feel like, you know what? Yeah, that's not the correct reaction that we should be having when someone asks us to do something like a girl. They also used a little bit of Lagos in here where they did two groups, both young and a little bit older, and asked them the same questions. So it's kind of like an experiment right on the spot. It wasn't any fancy pie charts or any fancy boards or anything, but it was a little bit of a rough statistic just to show that at some point in a person's life, that question or that phrase, like a girl, turns in from normal to an insult. And they're trying to eliminate that. I think that they did a great job. They didn't, they didn't make you feel bad. They kind of brought something that was probably in most of us just to the surface and made you realize, you know what, maybe I should look at that a little bit differently. I think this commercial did a really nice job to get their point across, and also kind of brought these young girls who try really hard to do the best they can do to the light, and we should give them more credit. So I really liked this commercial. I thought they did a great job. It was raw. There was no fancy graphics or edits or anything. It was just right in a studio, and I think they really did a really nice job. So I think they relied heavily on pathos and Legos. I don't really think they used many other tactics, but they didn't really need to. So that's my analyzation of the Always commercial hashtag like a girl. Thank you very much.